Hey, what is up everybody? Zero Fats here, coming at you on behalf of AdventuresOnTheRiver.com. Just give me a second, I want to get a drink of this water. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys today about an idea, right? There's this idea, okay, about skepticism and this idea about vision, right? And these two things are like constantly in battle in a lot of our minds, you know? Like we have this skepticism, you know, and then we have this vision. Like you'll see like an information product that'll say, hey man, I'm gonna show you how to make $100,000 this year filling out surveys or whatever, you know. You'll see it and you'll think like, man, wouldn't that be nice? And you kind of have this vision in your mind of doing this and that it might work. And then you have this this skepticism that says, oh, it's probably bullshit. That's probably not going to work, you know. And that's the skepticism, right? And the thing about the vision and the skepticism is like a healthy dose of skepticism is good, man. It's healthy, right? It's good. It's going to keep you from getting into trouble. You don't want to spend your whole year filling out surveys trying to make $100,000. It's probably not a good idea. It's a bad investment. And like that healthy dose of skepticism should help you come to that conclusion. The problem is when the skepticism gets too big and it smothers the vision, right? Because the part of your brain that came up with that vision is probably like a little bit more artistic. It's a little bit more creative, and it's constantly coming up with ways to make you happy. It's coming up with ways and these ideas and these things that you might be able to try and do that would probably make you happy, you know? And like the thing about like that example, filling out the surveys, why would someone come up with this crazy idea of I'm going to fill out surveys for the year and I'm going to make $100,000? Probably because they saw a website that said, hey, you can do this, you know, and it seems like it's going to be a really easy way to make money. It's probably easier than what they do for money right now, you know. They probably hate their job, they probably don't have a lot of time, and man, that seems really easy to just sit on my computer for a couple hours a day and click some surveys and make a bunch of money, and all of a sudden I'm making bank, right? And their mind was just, you know, it came up with this idea to do it, you know, the creative side of their brain came up with this idea, right? And then that skeptic kind of beat it down. And, you know, some people, you know, they go through with those ideas, you know, and some people don't. You know, it depends on if their skepticism wins out over their vision. Well, here's what I'm saying, right? Let me just get to the point, because I know you guys are probably getting tired of listening to me ramble on. A healthy dose of skepticism is a good thing, right? But not at the risk of suffocating your vision. Now, if you have a vision to do something, and maybe that's a bad example, because the survey thing I don't think is a great idea, you know. You'll probably end up just, you know, wasting a lot of time and not making a lot of money. But some ideas are good, okay? Like if I said, hey, I know this guy down the road, he used to deliver pizzas to me, and now he's making 6 figures a year, you know, selling wholesale on Amazon. You might think, I don't know, dude, it kind of sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. I don't know if I believe that or not. You might think that. But the fact of the matter is, you know, that's a true story. You know, it's not someone who lives down the road from me, but it happens to be someone who I just interviewed a few days ago for the AdventuresOnTheRiver.com website. You know, his name's Daniel Johannes, and you know, he actually has a website. You can check it out at littlesliceofthepie.com. You know, the guy used to deliver pizzas. A few years later, here we are. He's selling wholesale, making 6 figures a year, getting ready to release his book, right? About how he did it. That's a real story. Now you might think in your mind, I don't know, dude, I don't know if that's for real, this sounds like a scam to me. But the thing about it is, dude, it's not a scam. It's for real. And you know, if you believe stuff like that's a scam, it's time for you to wake up, okay? Because the world is changing, you know? 15 or 20 years ago, a guy like me, in a town like this, where I live, I'd be working at like the machine shop down the road. I'd be working at the factory in the next town over, the plastic factory, right? That's where I would have been 15, 20 years ago. Playing my guitar at bars on the weekend. Working at the factory through the week to support my family. About 45 to 50 hours a week. That would have been my life 10 or 15 years ago. But you guys need to wake up. It's 2015, and those days are over, man. More and more and more and more people are making a living online. It's not like some crazy anomaly anymore. These are doable things, and I'm watching them happen every day, okay? I've interviewed more than one person who is making a lot of money selling online, okay? And these are normal people, normal people. This guy I just interviewed, pizza delivery guy, never went to college, okay? Now, 6 figures a year, wholesale, right? Awesome. The dude is awesome. The point is, it's good to have a little bit of skepticism. But here's healthy skepticism to me, okay? Well, you guys might think different, because everybody's different. Now I know I got some realists out there, and those realists, they call themselves realists, but I generally call them pessimists, because I never seen these realists have anything really positive to say. They're full of negative feedback. They have all these reasons why something's not gonna work, and I see it all the time. I see it all the time. I answer hundreds of emails from people, okay? I've heard it all before, Especially the ebook people, man. The ebook people are the worst. The ebook people who are just so, pessimistic or realistic, however you want to call it, about the ebook thing. It's so funny, man. That is so funny to me. Because the ebook thing takes, the least amount of work of everything I've ever done online. I mean, all the money I've ever made online, man, nothing is easier than the ebook thing on Amazon. Amazon makes it so easy for you to publish ebooks. It is ridiculous. But I've gotten so much, I don't want to call it negative, but so much doubt surrounding that whole ebook thing. But whatever. I mean, the point is, people they let skepticism suffocate them, okay? I mean, it's good to have some skepticism, okay? And here's how I handle skepticism. When I'm looking to buy a course, or when I'm looking to invest in some kind of tool or something like that, here's my skepticism, man. I really hope this works. Will it work? I'm not sure. And what I'll do is I'll research it, all right? I'll see if I can find any research about the product, and then I'll see if I can find any social proof about the product. Can I find anybody who's actually used this thing that I can talk to, or I can at least see what they wrote about it? I'll do that, right? And and then what I'll do is I'll kind of write down how I plan on using the product. What am I going to use this for? What is my goal with this product? If it's an information product and it's training, what am I going to use this for? Okay, if I take myself out of something like the ebook initiative. Now, I'm not trying to sell the ebook initiative right now to you guys. The ebook initiative is off the market. It's not even for sale right now, okay? It's off the market. I'm just using it as an example. Look, if I was looking at the ebook initiative, the first thing I'd look at is, what am I going to use this for? Okay? The ebook initiative is going to teach me how to launch an ebook on Amazon successfully. That's great. That's going to work for me. Do I sell ebooks? Yes. This might be able to help me. Okay? Next thing I'd look for, is there any social proof? Where can I find social proof? Does it work? Has anyone used this thing yet? Let me see if I can find anyone who's used it. Then another thing I might look for is the person who created the product. Are they reputable? Have they made any other products? Is there anywhere where I can see them talking to people and actually really honestly trying to help people? Is there anywhere I can find that on those people? And that's something I'll look for. That's kind of what I do. And that's my healthy skepticism coming out, right? That's my healthy skepticism. But look, man, if they pass and they pass and they pass, and that thing is going to help me, then eventually I gotta jump. Eventually I have to execute and take action. And then I have to actually use the stuff I learn in that course and apply it to my productive stuff that I'm doing. Because you figure you got the stuff you do that helps you learn things and it inspires you, and then you got the stuff you do that actually makes you money, right? Me shooting this video for you guys. This is This helps me make money. This helps me make money, right? Like I get ad revenue from this video, you know. This video might be the thing that someone watches and thinks, you know, man, I like that dude. I'm gonna check out his website. And then they might buy a membership to my website from this video. This video is productive for me, right? But not everything I do is productive in that way, right? Some of it's educational, some of it's inspirational, right? So I got to try to stay productive a lot of the time. But back to the skepticism thing. The thing about skepticism is this, right? Healthy doses are great. Don't let skepticism smother and suffocate your vision. If my vision is to make a full-time income selling ebooks, or to make 6 figures a year selling ebooks, okay, I cannot let skepticism suffocate that vision. I have to find a way to make that happen. If it's not going to be this way, then what way? How can I make it happen? And so here's my thing. You have to be 100% committed to your vision, all right? And then you can't let your skepticism smother or suffocate your vision. So now you can't let your vision cloud your mind either. You know, you can't let your vision cloud your judgment. You have to have that healthy dose of skepticism. You know, I mean, if you run it through the paces, I mean, if you look at like the social proof and the social proof isn't there, then maybe you should pass on it. That's your healthy skepticism saving you, right? Pass on it. If it's not passing all your checkpoints, you know, pass on it. You know, that's kind of like, that's part of it, you know. You can almost say like the healthy skepticism and the vision are kind of like like 2 branches of the government inside your mind or whatever, you know what I mean? And they're kind of keeping you running smoothly. But if you let one overtake the other, I mean, if the skepticism overtakes the vision, then you never go anywhere. You stay at your crappy job. And if the vision overtakes the skepticism, then you're constantly losing money buying stuff and none of it's working, and you feel like you're a fool, you know? So you gotta, like, they kind of work together, you know? But yeah, man, I mean, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, the idea of skepticism and vision, because, you know, I get so many people on, you know, on this channel and on my website talking about, you know, hey, you know, thanks for helping me with this, you know, you've been a huge inspiration to me, I appreciate you, and stuff like that. I mean, I love that. But as many of those people who email me, or as many of those people who leave me comments, I also get a very healthy dose of people who doubt that these things can work. They doubt these things can work, and they're very vocal about it, you know. And it makes me sad because I know that their doubt is not hurting me. Their doubt is hurting them. Their doubt is only hurting them, you know. See, it's one thing to doubt something, you guys. It's one thing to doubt something, but it's a whole nother thing to doubt something so much that you feel the need to vocalize that doubt, and you leave this giant comment vocalizing. That means something completely different. And what I think it really kind of means is you really want to believe it, but you're listing all these reasons why you don't believe it. It's like you're asking me to prove it to you, you know, because you want to believe it, you want it to work, but you doubt, you have all these doubts, you know, so you vocalize them. It's completely different than actually just doubting something. You know, putting it down on the comment section or sending me an email about it is a different thing entirely, you know. And I feel sad for those people because, you know, if they've done their research and they see other people that have made money off of it and it's worked for them, and then they've done their social proof, they've done the research on me as a person, or they've done the research on whatever they're looking to buy, and they see that everything kind of checks out, this person's stand up, you know, blah blah blah, not any complaints, everyone seems to like this stuff, and then it kind of comes down to, have they kind of come up with a plan on how they could use this thing? And if they've come up with a plan on how they could use this thing and how they could make it work, and then they're still filled with all these weird doubts, and then they vocalize them to me, I feel sorry for those people, man, because the thing about it is, like, it's their skepticism, it's like suffocating their vision, you know? There's just doubt. It's just doubt. You know, there's no true reason for it because they've planned it all out in their mind. They've got as much proof as they're ever going to get. I mean, there's no more proof that they're going to get on the internet. They got some social proof. They see that this person's reputable, but there's something going on in their mind where their skepticism is just like suffocating their vision, and it's keeping them from moving forward. And I really feel sorry for them. You know, the thing about it is, man, like, I've been doing this for a little while now, and this whole like try to help people thing, you know, I've been doing it for a little while now, man, and I love to help people. You know, I got into this before I did this, man. I was in healthcare, so it's like, and before that, man, I was a medic. I was a corpsman in the Navy. You know, for 5 years I was a corpsman in the U.S. Navy. You know, it's natural for me to actually help people. So it kind of makes sense that like I've adopted this ethos with business. But you know, sometimes I grow weary, man. I grow weary because, man, I like to help people who like believe in themselves, you know. It's hard to get people to cross that gap of believing, you know, because that's the main thing, man. I haven't seen a whole lot that's not possible if you believe it. If you believe it, then you'll find a way to make it reality. And that's true, man. And I don't know how else to say that. I really don't. I don't know how else to say it, and I don't know how else to prove it, honestly. Maybe one time in the future I'll figure out a magic formula to get all the people who don't believe in themselves or don't believe in that things are possible to jump and just believe it, you know. It's so funny, man. The other day my kids we were sitting at the table, and like they said, you know, I want to be the president of the United States. That's what my little stepdaughter said to me. I want to be president of the United States. I said, really? That's awesome, you know. And it's funny because like my son said he wanted to own a restaurant. He wanted to own a restaurant and you know, serve people ice cream and pizza, you know. And I said, that's funny, man. You guys, both of those things are awesome. Those are awesome visions, and those are awesome ideas that you guys have. And you guys know to achieve those things, you're going to have to do some things different than what all the other people around you are doing. Because my kids are at that age where, like, they're worried, they get kind of freaked out if they're different than everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, if their shoes aren't, like, the same as what everyone else is wearing, like, if their jeans are, like, a different color than what everyone else is wearing, they get kind of freaked out and worried. Like, they don't want to look different. They don't want to look stupid. You know, they don't want to look weird in front of all their friends. They want to be like, you know, what everybody else is doing. But at the same time, they have these amazing visions and these amazing ideas and stuff. And it's like, and I said, you guys know, man, if you want to be president of the United States, you know, there's nobody else around here who's the president of the United States. No, you can look for miles and miles around and you're not going to find any more presidents of the United States. So for you to be the president of the United States, you're going to have to, like, be okay with thinking a little bit differently than everybody else, you know. For you to achieve the things you want to do and for you to achieve the things you want to achieve, you're going to have to be okay with being a little bit different than everybody else and thinking like what you need to do to make your success happen, right? And I said that in the terms of like elementary school kid level, but you guys aren't elementary school kids, are you? I mean, you're adults and you can handle it. And I'm telling you, it's the same thing, you know. And for you to achieve your goals, you know, you're going to have to not look around you at what everyone else is doing. Oh my God, you know, well, all my friends work at the factory and all my friends work at the gas station and all my friends, you know, work at the office. What would they think if I made, you know, a bunch of money off of ebooks? They'd laugh at me, right? They'd laugh at you, dude, until you bought a brand new car with money from ebooks. Then they'd stop laughing, you know? They'd stop laughing, man, and then they'd start asking you how you did that. You know, and that's how it is, man. That's human nature, you know. They stop laughing and they start hating. That's how that works, man. They'd go from everybody laughing at you being the joke, to a big healthy dose of haterade. That's what that would be right there. And you'd be like, what the? No one would realize you worked really hard to get where you are, but, you know. But yeah, man, you're going to have to think differently. So, I've kind of went on a rant here, and I apologize for that. But yeah, man, you know, it's healthy dose of skepticism is great, but you're gonna need to hold on to your vision, and you can't worry about what everybody else thinks and what everyone else is doing. You can't worry about all this self-doubt. I mean, if you've seen the numbers on paper, then you're good to go, man. I mean, if you see that this cat here is trying to teach you something, is a good cat, and he's not trying to rip anybody off, and then you see other people saying, yeah, man, I'm making money off of this, and it's working, and then you write down on paper how you could make it work, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Just do it, man. Just do it and give it a shot. You know, there's no excuse. I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, I think that's about all I had to say. I think that's about all I had to say. You know, I mean, honestly, it's just crazy. I mean, you guys would not believe, you know, in my immediate area where I live, I mean, there's so much skepticism, man. There is so much skepticism. But in the world online, the people I talk to in the world I live in online, I mean, dude, I'm watching it happen around me. It's not just me. Okay, like I told you, 15 years ago, man, I'd be working in a factory playing bars on the weekend with music. Now, man, I'm working completely online from my home. I'm my own boss. I mean, that's the information age. Okay, we are in this information age, and right now, man, this is not an anomaly. People can make this happen right now. That is the world you live in right now. Look around you. Look at all the people on their cell phones on the internet. Look at all the people checking into their Facebook accounts every day. It's the world you live in. People are very connected. You can make money online right now. That's just the way it is. You don't have to take my word for it. Look around you. See how often you see people online every day in your neighborhood, when you go to work, you know, when you're driving around. See how many people you see connected on the internet every day. Honestly. You tell me, man. That's where the traffic's at. It's all online. People are very comfortable buying things online right now, and that's just the way it is. People are very, very comfortable with Facebook. They're very, very comfortable with Amazon. And they're very, very, very comfortable with YouTube. Those are three things right there. Facebook, Amazon, YouTube. You could go nowhere else on the internet. Just those three sites. And you can make a full-time living. I swear to God, you could double your income as what you're making right now with those three sites. You wouldn't have to go anywhere else. Just those three sites, Amazon, Facebook, YouTube. You would double your income in 1 year if you just put in the effort and figured out what the hell you were doing. I feel like I'm being kind of rude tonight. I'm sorry. But it's true, man. I mean, it's true. It's true. It's happening right in front of our eyes, you guys. It's happening right in front of our eyes, you know? Anyways, I think that's about all I got to say. It's been kind of a rant, and I apologize for that. But, I mean, hey, it's the world we live in. I mean, think about this, and this is going to get really crazy. And just, you know, give me the 24-hour rule on this, okay? I know I'm getting a little crazy here. But think about this for a second. Ebola. Think about the Ebola virus. 1 minute, the media had us so scared of the Ebola virus, we were afraid to take our kids to Chuck E. Cheese. You know, we were afraid to leave the house. It was, oh my God, we're going to get Ebola. Oh my God. A week later, it was out of the media. They were on to something else. And, like, no one cared about Ebola anymore. How did they do that? It was nuts. I mean, they turned it on and turned it off with the damn news. They just turned it on and turned it off. They controlled the fear level of society with the news. It was unreal. And that's just a prime example of it, man. Ebola didn't go anywhere. I mean, it was still there. I mean, I remember Ebola when I was in the U.S. Navy. I remember dealing with that in the Navy. I mean, it was like that virus does not transmit very quickly. They usually keep it localized pretty easily. You know, I'm not going to get into specifics. I'm not going to get way into it. All I'm trying to say is media's powerful. The internet's powerful. I mean, people are using it for all kinds of different ways. Probably shouldn't have brought up the Ebola thing. But the point is, the internet's very powerful. Put it this way. Here's my point, okay? You using the internet to make a full-time income is like a very small feat right now, okay? In this day and age, it has been done over and over and over again, okay? It's very, very possible. It's not a big feat. You can do it, okay? The jump from whatever you're doing right now to just making a full-time income online, I mean, it's a little bit more challenging than just going out and getting another job, but with all the information and all the resources out there on the internet right now, it's not that much more challenging, okay? All it takes is a commitment. All it takes is like, hey dude, you know what? I'm gonna make money online. I need to pick a path. I need to go. That's all I need to do. And then you commit to it and you go, and dude, you'll be doing it. You'll be doing it. I'm no rocket scientist. If I can do this, you can do it. Like I said, I just interviewed a couple days ago a guy who was a pizza delivery guy. He makes 6 figures a year now, you know, doing wholesale on Amazon. I mean, he never went to college. I'm not saying he's not a smart guy, because he's an intelligent guy. But at the same time, he's just a normal guy, you know. He's not like some kind of crazy special rock star or anything, you know. It's, if I can do it, if he can do it, then you can do it also. So, you know, anyways, I hope this video has been helpful to you. I feel like it's been kind of negative, and I don't mean to be negative with you guys. I always want to be inspirational. But you know, I guess I just get kind of sick of all the skepticism sometimes, man. I mean, I see the skepticism damaging people sometimes. I mean, I see it. I mean, I can almost see it, but I can't stop people from doubting. I mean, I can see how it's like crippling them, but I can't stop it. I mean, you know, like if someone's doubting something and I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? I mean, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. Oh, well, you know, what I don't think is blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's like, dude, are you kidding me? And one person said, well, I don't think that's going to work, because you don't, I remember I always come back to the recipe book thing because I get the most skeptics on the recipe book thing. But I remember one person saying, dude, oh, I just don't think that recipe thing's going to work, man, because, you know, you can't do the pictures. I'm like, well, no, man, you can't do the pictures, because the pictures are copyrighted. You can't do the pictures. I mean, you can get your own pictures together. I wouldn't do it like that, because if I'm doing a recipe and I've never actually made the recipe, I don't just want to take some random picture and put it on there, man. It doesn't seem ethical to me. I mean, you know, and people say, well, you know, it's not really ethical to go around and like take recipes from other people's websites and all. Yeah, it is ethical. It's absolutely ethical. Recipes are not copyrighted. Anybody's free to use those recipes. Go ask Betty Crocker. Betty Crocker releases, you know, 500 recipe books every year. I mean, and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of other people are releasing recipe books. Okay, those are recipes that have been handed down from generation to generation to generation. They've survived thousands of years. They've been shared. Okay, it's perfectly ethical to share recipes. Okay, you can sell them, you can give them away, you can do what you want. They're not copyrightable. Okay, the pictures are different, man. The pictures are copyrightable. So, anyways, I think that's it for this video before I just go on all night long. But hey, listen, man, I appreciate you all being a part of this channel, okay? Zero Fast Returns is a special part of my life, okay? And I'm being honest with you from the bottom of my heart. I love this channel, man. I remember when I had the Zero Fats channel before, then YouTube shut me down because I was trying to teach people a method of making money they didn't really appreciate, they didn't like. They don't like certain things. They got a terms of service, you know, and I got a little too close to it. I started teaching people, you know, how much money I made on YouTube and how much money you could make on YouTube and how you had to do this and do that to get this much money, and they didn't appreciate that. You know, they don't want me going into all that kind of detail about YouTube ad revenue with people and stuff like that. So when they shut that channel down, man, it was, you know, it sucked, man. I loved that channel. It was part of me, you know. I put my heart and soul into it, you know. But it's fine, you know. I rebuilt, and come with Zero Fast Returns. Here we go. So I want you guys to know, man. You know, this channel means a lot to me, and answering you guys' questions mean a lot to me. Here's one thing I want to say, and if you've made it to the end of this video, then I commend you. You're a soldier. But here's one thing I want to say. I'm not going to keep on responding to negative feedback, okay? If you get insulting with me, if you insult me with negative feedback, if you insult my character, I mean, there's a good chance I'm just going to block you, okay? Because this channel is not for you. This channel is for the believers. This channel is for people who want to better themselves. And man, this channel is for people who are interested in a positive environment. Okay, this channel is not for negative people. This channel is not for people who just live to doubt. This channel is not for people who have been suffocated by skepticism. Man, if you want to doubt, if you've been suffocated by skepticism, dude, that's your thing. That's your problem. Only you can fight out of that. Okay? This channel is not for you. So if you come on my channel and you leave me a giant 3-page essay about how I suck and how the things I teach suck and you know, it's never gonna work and I just rip people off and stuff like that, dude, don't expect me to try to convince you of anything. There's a good chance I'll probably just block you because I don't want your skepticism and your negativity bleeding over into people who are, you know, struggling to believe in themselves and to make something happen, you know. But anyways, other than that, man, I hope everybody's doing awesome out there, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.